Welcome back for another reading from Created for a Purpose. It is written by Dr. Olu Lawrence. And I will be reading chapter 7, just a little recap. Chapter 1, Don't Think You Are an Accident. 2, Discover Your Purpose. 3, What Drives or Inspires You. 4, Created for Greatness. 5, Reason for Failure. 6, Secrets of Success from Apostle Paul. And chapter 7, Kick Out Discouragement. This is a quote that he starts off with from Joyce Meyer. Depression begins with disappointment. When disappointment festers in our soul, it leads to discouragement. Whenever you are discouraged, just remember that success lies ahead of you. Stop and think. Why should there be discouragement? Is it not because there is something good coming to you and the only way to stop its manifestation is to make you feel discouraged? Anytime discouragement steps in, tell yourself, there is something ahead that is about to make me better. Discouragement is the contrary picture or option of the real thing that is yet to come. When discouragement steps in, its primary purpose is to distract you from the main thing. And when you become discouraged, your focus will be shifted from pursuing what lies ahead. Reject voices of discouragement. Don't pay attention to the voice of discouragement because there is no success without obstacles. Every great achiever has had reasons to quit. In your journey to greatness, there will be distractions lurking around to catch your attention and to deter you from reaching your goals. There will be dissenting voices that will give you many reasons why you cannot go ahead and achieve greatness. Some of the reasons may look genuine and they may appear to be true, but they are distractions. Anybody can be faced with discouragement, but it is not everybody that gets discouraged. Some people forge ahead and excel in life, despite the many discouragements that confronts them. The negative voice that spells out all the hindrances and blockages is discouragement. The voice that reminds you of your weakness is discouragement. The voice that advises you to stop because of your past failures and mistakes is discouragement. The voice that gives you the list of those who tried but eventually failed is discouragement. The fact that you have failed before does not mean you are a failure. You are only a failure when you fail and give up the fight. In fact, you can't appreciate the worth of success until you fail. One way to defeat discouragement is to learn how to encourage yourself. You have to learn how to motivate yourself and spur yourself to action. Some people depend on others for encouragement, and when the encouragement is not forthcoming, they get discouraged. And discouragement will always lead to depression. The art of self encouragement or self motivation is the strength of champions and achievers. Discouragement has one goal, and its goal is to stop you from achieving greatness. You have to make up your mind to achieve it against all odds. One truth I want you to grasp is that no force on earth can stop you from becoming what you desire to become, or stop you from realizing your goals and fulfilling your dreams. The only force that may stop you is you. As long as you don't get in your way, greatness and success is guaranteed in life. One great character in the Bible understood this principle, and it worked a great deal for him. At a point in his life, he was confronted with discouragement. His enemy raided his city, burnt his house, and took his wives and children captive. Even his soldiers' family were also captured. When they returned home and discovered that they had lost everything they lived for, their houses, properties, and families were gone. They wept until they had no strength left in them. Suddenly, The soldiers turned against David and they wanted to stone him to death. But the Bible says David encouraged himself in the Lord. In the midst of the confusion and despair, David encouraged himself. Even when his closest ally and pals turned their backs on him, he refused to be discouraged. This is the reason why it is not so good to rely on people for encouragement, because the people you are looking up to and expecting encouragement from may be dealing with certain issues in their lives at that particular time you need them, and it would require that they pay less attention to you. When you master the art of self-encouragement and self-motivation, you stand a better chance of achieving more than when you rely on others for encouragement. How to deal with discouragement. 1. Encourage yourself. I want you to know that discouragement comes from outside. It is always external and not internal. This is the reason why it is important that you develop your mind to be able to handle any situation that comes your way. If your mind is feeble, you will easily get discouraged when things don't go the way you expect them to go. But when your mind is built up, it can handle any situation, irrespective of how bad it appears. The ability to encourage oneself is a function of how built up the mind of the individual is. Courage comes from the mind, and cowardice is also a product of the mind. These two are the results of the state of the mind. A developed mind will produce courage, and a weak mind, which is weak because it is underdeveloped, will always produce cowardice. A coward is one who has a weak mind and cannot handle difficulty. When things go awry, encourage yourself. When things go contrary to your expectations and plans, encourage yourself. When people give up on you, encourage yourself. When the circumstance becomes unfavorable, encourage yourself. You deal with discouragement by encouraging yourself. It is patting yourself on the back when no one does. It is consoling yourself when your back is against the wall and it seems there is no way forward. It is to believe the best even when it is not visible. It is to know that God will come through for you even when he seems so far away. 2. Be positive. You have to stay positive if you really want to deal with discouragement. Discouragement simply means that all you can see at the moment is negativity. Discouragement is to experience a futile result from your best effort. When you remain positive in the face of negativity, you knock it off, because the power of positivity is greater than the power of negativity. When you stay positive in the face of negativity, or when discouragement stares you hard in the face, you will see it change for your good. When you stay positive, it releases the needed energy to surmount the situation and overcome discouragement. To be positive is to be optimistic that everything will eventually turn out for your good, and that is very healthy for you, especially as it pertains to your destiny. Positive people don't give up on their dreams because they are aware that any setback is temporary, and it is expected in the pursuit of their dreams. They are not deterred by the interferences of negative outcomes because it is a matter of time. Their drive will yield positive results. Positive people are no quitters. Irrespective of how discouraged they are, they will always forge ahead even when the odds are against them. Their resolve is strong, and they can withstand and overcome any discouraging situation. Don't give in to that discouraging situation because things are all muddled up right now. Don't give up on your pursuit just yet because things are going south. Don't hold back your best shot because you attempted before and you did not hit the mark. If you don't give up on your pursuits, discouragement will give up on you and give way for your dreams to soar. You are an eagle. The storm may scare other birds, but that is what you ride on to a higher altitude because that is where you belong. 3. See beyond the situation. If you are interested in dealing with discouragement each time it rears its ugly head, then you must see beyond the discouraging situation. As long as you are focused on the discouraging situation, it will overpower you and you will not be able to find your way. Make sure you don't shift focus from your dreams or pursuits. As long as your eye is on the goal, you will be able to see beyond and above the discouraging situation. Keep your focus on the mark and not the happenings that are contrary to your expectations and plans. The discouraging situation will drain your energy and keep you busy for nothing and make you anxious about the situation, which will definitely not help the matter on ground if you keep focusing on it. Remember that whatever the discouragement you are facing, it is only a situation that is fixable. And sometimes you don't even need to fix the situation. You could just wait it out. I have had situations in the past where it seems this is it, I am done for. It will seem as if it will swallow me, and without doing anything, the situation just passes and fizzles away. Sometimes the things you worry about are just fickle feelings that will soon pass. How is that possible? You are built stronger than the wind, but you thought it is stronger than you simply because you refuse to see beyond the situation. Your life goes in the direction of your focus and energy, and these are products of your faith. Your faith determines your focus and your energy. Your faith is the eye of your spirit that sees beyond your ordinary eyes. Your faith sees beyond the obstacles to see in the possibilities. Your faith sees beyond the mountain to see in the victory. Your faith sees beyond the challenges to see in the positive results. Let your faith drive your focus and energy on the possibilities inherent in your pursuit and dreams. This ends the reading of chapter 7. It is coming from the book Created for a Purpose by Dr. Olu Lawrence. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you in the next chapter. God bless.